tell you this, young man. I don't want no trouble, and I don't need no shovel. I can dig it, I can dig it. And if you don't want no old school, baby, I won't hold you. I can dig it, I can dig it. I don't want no trouble, and I don't need no shovel. I can dig it, I can dig it. And if you don't want no old school, baby, I won't hold you. I can dig it, I can dig it. Hey, come on. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Like Father, Like Son.
Like father, like son.
I'm the son,
I'm the father.
and we be alike sometimes.
That's right. Dudley Strong.
All night long. All night long. All night.
All night.
All night long. I
All
gotta sing that
night.
song I don't. I do backgrounds for that song at weddings all the time.
Who is that? Lionel Richie or the Commodores?
I think it's Lionel Richie. I mean, on our set list, that's the only name they put, so that's what I take it as.
Yeah.
You ever see him live, or the Commodores?
No.
I've got to get you closer to the mic or louder.
No, I haven't seen the Commodores.
Okay. What about any other? Well, besides, I know you saw Stevie, right?
Yeah.
Any other Motown type acts? Type, I guess, Motown acts.
Bobby Taylor and the Vancouvers.
Who discovered the Jackson 5? All right, it wasn't Diana Ross.
Whom Tommy Chong of Cheech and Chong was their bass player.
Who I seen Tommy Chong while I was smoking weed before. On the internet, not in person. I've never met him.
Yeah, and he does the CBD thing. He pushes that now. That's what he does.
He's that pusher.
Yeah, he that CBD pusher.
I can dig it. Wait, what's the Cheech? What's his name? What's his?
Cheech Marin.
That's his real name?
Yeah.
All right. It just seems a little strange.
Tommy Chong, Cheech Marin.
See, all right. Now I feel racist if I say it feels like Cheech should be his last name.
That wasn't very nice.
Well, because Tommy Chong, I don't know.
I can dig it though.
Moving on.
Yeah, you know, but that was a good song though that he wrote or co-wrote. Does your mama know about me?
I mean, the age-old question. You know?
Yeah.
So, how you been?
I've been good, you know. Been dealing with Arthur pretty good, so you know it's quite pleasant right now.
Phil said I was wondering where he was at, for the shoot. It was a little later than I thought in my mind he was gonna be here, and then he got here. He was like, "Yeah, man, back." Or what'd you say? You backy?
Yeah.
He said backy, and I was like, "I don't know what you're chewing now. What are we doing?" He's just like back issues. So I was like, "Oh, no problems."
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, it makes you move a little slower than you think you're moving.
He said, "I thought I was going 50. I was not."
Matter of fact, I wasn't even moving.
He was like, "Man, I have been here, ain't I?" You had came in and you was talking about some. You'd asked me because I don't watch too much of the sports stuff. I watch highlights, and then I have to be interested in the team and the sport in order to watch the highlights.
I can dig it.
And so you asked me if I had heard about something. I said no, and you was telling me about that. I had to look up the video, and I was like, "Oh, absolutely." So go break down what happened.
Okay, so Juwan Howard, who's a coach at the University of Michigan, and who is part of the famous Fab Five from Michigan.
Five.
And his team was getting their asses kicked.
And an NBA champ. Let's not forget that.
An NBA champ, Juwan Howard. Now, his team was getting their butts beat soundly by the University of Wisconsin. And the Wisconsin coach called a timeout to take his starters out, which turned out to be an issue because But University of Michigan kept theirs in because they wanted to win, right? So it's down by 9 points with 3-4 minutes to go or something. Then it came down to the last minute, and Wisconsin has a 16-point lead. And there's a full court press on by Michigan, and Wisconsin calls a timeout so they can get the ball across the 10-second line. There was an issue. It pissed Brother Howard off. So
Yes,
after the game, they're going through the shake the hand line, and Howard's going to walk past the University of Wisconsin's coach and just totally ignore him. And the guy basically grabs him and starts to explain to him why he called the timeouts. And Juwan's finger wagged a bit. Then the next thing I know, he slaps
Yeah.
this other coach.
Yeah.
It's like his focus went from one to the other real quick.
Yeah, so I saw that. So I was watching, and when you look it up on YouTube, the highlights start at them coming to each other. You don't get any of the backstory if you didn't watch the game or anything. But when I watched it, they came up and, like you said, Juwan was trying to take the high road, I guess, and was like, I'm just gonna ignore and walk past. But yeah, dude tried to stop. You know when you try to walk past, people put that hand on your chest, try to stop you, and then they got like, oh, first of all, get off me. It's Black History Month. All right, so get off. But yeah, then they got to get talking and stuff, and then like you said, Juwan, and listen, people, if someone is towering over you, first of all,
Yeah.
looking down on you while you guys are in a thing, and then they got their finger up in your stuff like this, I get it. You want to be like, I don't care how big and bad you are, ain't nobody gonna disrespect me. Listen, this is the sign. This is a sign. Back your ass up. He did not, and then more people came into the scuffle. Started moving bodies a little bit. Now I saw another coach came in because I had to rewatch because Juwan definitely slapped the mess out of somebody. But it wasn't the first coach he was talking to. That coach had got moved, and some other coach came in. I don't know what he said, but if you watch in slow motion, you see Juwan's focus over here. Then all of a sudden, he looks this way at the coach that came up, does a little cock of the head, and slaps the mess out of him.
Now I'm not going to speculate what he said, but I bet you it started with N.
And it wasn't night, or it might have been. I mean, that was. I said, oh, because let us not forget all the accolades that, as you so eloquently called him, Brother Juwan has. He's a brother from the hood.
Yeah, make no mistake about
he's
it.
from the block. Okay, all this money, all this accolades, you just understand him. So that was interesting. I thought that was great.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to resolve it, but the expectation is he's going to get suspended for at least a game, and likewise the opposing coach for instigating the incident. So
Yeah, because that's now this would be one of them times where when they say we need an investigation, most of the time it'd be like, no, you don't. But this one, I need an investigation. I want to know what was said.
yeah,
Because every now and then a slap is warranted. Don't get it twisted. I think people need to be slapped every now and then for their stupidities. Speaking of slap, did you see there's a video? Did you see it like in a restaurant and the guy was like, there's a difference between black people and niggers. The black person whom he was referring to snatched him up and began to slap him multiple times. You ain't seen this video? I think I saved it. Oh, this is great stuff. Hold on. This is what editing's for. It's okay.
yeah.
Oh, here we go. He's just slapping the shit out of him. Get your damn hands off me. Death by slaps. Flipped his hat. Did you see him flip his hat? That's a bad motherfucker right there. Oh wait, is he gonna slap him again? Okay, I might insert that video because that was great. I think. What would you have done if a white person in a restaurant setting said to you, "Hey, there's a difference between blacks and niggers. Which one are you?"
Well, I'm the black that will kick your ass, nigga.
I mean, and I thought that the dude, for real, because there's a lot of racist things, where people just record it and be like, okay, you're a Karen, and the black people don't really respond, violently. Now, there are videos where they do, but there's a lot where they don't. I think that slapping him to death was dope. He was in a restaurant. He could have picked up a chair. He could have picked up a plate.
Yeah.
He could have punched him, but he clearly was open palm slapping this dude. And, hey, that's what you get. And I thought it was great.
Believe it or not, that happened to me, and I was sitting.
Somebody slapped you?
No.
Oh man, we gonna find them niggas.
I was in the 6th grade in Moses Lake at Larson Elementary School.
Yeah.
And there was another kid who went on to play pro football who was in my class. For some reason, he called me the N-word. He called me a nigga. And
wait, let's clarify: nigga or nigger?
Nigger.
Yeah. Wait, was nigga a thing back when you was a kid? Nigga.
No, nigger.
I know, but amongst the black folks, did y'all say nigga?
I don't know what they were saying because no.
Okay. I mean, I wasn't there, so I'm just kind of.
But
sorry, go ahead.
But he called me that word, and it was right near the end of recess. And we were in the classroom, and I went berserk. I mean, I hit him inside his face. When he fell down, I kicked him. When he got back up, I grabbed one of those little chairs and whacked him in his legs.
See, violence. It's not the answer; it's the question. Violence.
Yeah, and he was beat up pretty bad. The teacher came in, broke us up, and she goes, "Go to the principal's office, both of you, right now." And I looked at him and said, "Why we gotta go to the principal's office?"
You saw what happened. Nah, I don't think I've ever. I mean, I've definitely had racial slurs thrown at me, but I've always held my composure. I don't think I've ever flipped out to a physical.
Yeah.
Although the other day I almost slapped this dude at the bar. He just kept talking and I didn't like it. Now, yeah, it's hard to explain because it's not like I was drunk, nothing like that. But the situation just called for him to leave, and he was taking too long in doing so. So, yeah, we got in each other. Well, I got in his face, and he was like that. He had that scared, timid, like he was afraid, but he also felt like he had to like be there. And I was like, dude, you gonna get hurt. I don't know what your problem is. And then the bartender came out and was like, hey, bro, you need to go home, and took him out. But yeah, so I try to keep my cool under a lot of those types of situations, cause I be black and jail be real.
Yeah,
I've been there once. I'm cool.
yeah. That was probably the only time I can recall actually losing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to think if I've ever like lost. I mean, I've been in fights, but they was mutual. You know, well, as mutual can be, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know if I've ever lost it. Not anything I need to harp on.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this whole the whole COVID and mask mandate and Rona situation things. So you said you saw a mask mandate that's happening, because I saw something else. I saw about the vaccinations, and how, because right now there's like you need proof of vaccination to get into a lot of restaurants and things like that. But I saw news articles saying March 1st they was lifting them restrictions. And I think that's probably due to there's a lot of people who ain't got vaccinations, so they stopped going to these businesses, and these businesses is probably suffering now. So they feeling the squeeze. 1 second. So now they feeling the financial squeeze, which takes me all back to like, okay, y'all, we was talking all this mess. What is our priority here? We can't keep moving the goalpost on health, well, money. Well, yeah, I mean, it is health, but okay, no money. Like, what are we doing? Just be real. But what's the thing you saw on the masks?
The mask mandate is supposed to end on March 21st, which is 21 days after the vaccination. So it's kind of crazy to me because, again, I think it's just caving into those extremists who if you said you needed air to breathe, you're gonna take this air, they wouldn't take the air. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm on either side of it. It's like I just want them to stick to one thing. You know, we're all on this earth together. So I would hope. Yeah, come on in. Come on in. We're all on this earth together, so I would hope that we could all have some kind of camaraderie and just kind of be real with each other. You know what I mean? Oh, you can have a seat. Huh? We're not live, but yeah, we're shooting right now. I think we got 2 more topics, and I think we're good. He's sinking down in that chair a little bit. I would just hope that we could get on one page with it instead of having this back and forth, because the back and forth is what creates the distrust and all the questions. And even if y'all was bullshit on it, you know, or just was real and was like, it's about the money, well, fuck, at least we could say, okay, it's about the money. But you jumping back and forth, like, it's not about the money, it's about the health. You fucking liar, then why is everything so expensive? Well, we need the money. Well, we get the health or what? I don't like the back and forth stuff.
Yeah.
That's what frustrates me. Just keep your lie straight. If you're going to lie, just keep it straight. If you're going to tell the truth, keep it straight. That's all I ask.
Well, I don't. This is what I know. When I was in the 1st and 2nd grade in Asheville, back in the day, many years ago, I knew a kid who had polio who lived down the street. And I knew a kid who was like a waterhead baby, he had one big old head. I mean, sound weird now, but he couldn't hold his head up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it kind of changed my perspective on it. I mean, you don't hear about anybody with polio anymore, do you?
No.
It's because of the damn vaccines.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear about the big waterhead babies anymore, if you ever did. I think there must have been
First of all,
thing.
waterhead babies is everywhere. Don't get it twisted. Instagram is a real place. But I mean, I agree with that there, because you always hear the thing like, well, what happened to polio? Well, we beat it. That's fine. What about the flu then? What about all of these other sicknesses that have been around that they've like, oh yeah, we cure, you ain't cure nothing? How is it polio is the one that made it through? Maybe
Right.
it's not so much.
It's not the only one.
Which,
but
oh, okay.
you know,
Me. I went to public school. I only got a certain amount of historically factual education. So, but I don't know. I just want it to be straight across the board, which it will never be. So,
yeah.
that's where we're at with it. Now, you said something interesting because I actually know a few people. You said you said semi-famous, but what is semi-famous? Either you're famous or not. People know you or not. So, the famous people. I don't want to downgrade anybody's star. But from Franklin, let's start with the people you went to school. Well, that were in our class. I don't have that many in my class, but that you were actually at school with.
Well, there was the former governor, Gary Locke, who also was mentored by your mom's mom back in the day. Before he did all this political stuff,
So
he
that
worked
means
with
I
her.
want to check, Governor. Come on, cut me in, bro. Who else you got?
Edward Lee, who was one of the little Chinese cats used to run around. He's the mayor, or I don't know if he's still a mayor of San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Did you go to school with Deems? Was he with
Yeah.
my guy Deems? Okay. Piano player.
Yeah.
Wait, he passed away, I think.
Yeah,
Didn't
he
he
passed
pass?
away last winter.
Yeah.
Last winter.
R.I.P. to him.
Jason Terry, basketball player. Kenny G.
All right, listen, Kenny G, I'm a fan. Don't ever get it twisted if you ever happen to stumble upon this show. I'm a fan. But from what I heard, my granddad was his
Instructor.
instructor, private instructor. And my granddad, who's since passed, but he would talk a little, and he would say, man, Kenny G was a great player, but I ain't gonna lie, he wasn't a fan of you once you got older, because he always thought smooth jazz wasn't real jazz. So he thought Kenny played him, and, he dissed him. He loved you, but he thought you dissed him. I ain't gonna hold you. I got Aaron Brooks, who after he went to Oregon and got drafted to the Rockets, I think.
Yeah, somebody.
Bounced around the NBA for a while. My famous people, mine are semi-famous apparently, because I can't.
It's Dave Lewis.
Yeah, coming in. Dave Lewis.
Yeah, he's a keyboard player.
Come on in.
Matter of fact, his son's a drummer now. He plays with Tim a lot. Devontae Lewis.
Okay. He's not listening. See? That's what's wrong with America. All right, well, I guess.
Terry Metcalf.
There you go. You know what? I'm thinking of famous people, but that just from Seattle, not necessarily that I went to school with. I'm trying to think. Oh, you know what? Me. I'm famous. Well, I will be. I got followers. What's happening? Anything you want? What? Oh, yeah, around the corner. And then,
Straight ahead.
yeah, but the light is next to the microwave. Don't judge me. Listen, I didn't build this motherfucker. All right. You know what I need to do is I haven't been back to Franklin in I don't know how many years, but I want to get one of them things on the ground, one of the tiles. I always thought those was dope, and I know Aunt Paulette had one.
Andy Kumasaka. He's a famous poet now. He was in my class. I just saw.
Is it son or nephew Corey Kumasaka?
You know what? I don't know.
Because he was a counselor at Franklin. He was one of the ones. Okay, wait. We talking about Franklin. Y'all, my senior year was the bullshit because my junior year, all of the counselors besides one decided to do, what would we say, less than ethical things on the senior classes transcripts and grades and stuff. And however many people in that 2003 class that shouldn't have graduated did. And then it all came to a head. So by the time my senior year came around, all of our counselors got fired. They had no replacements. There was one counselor who actually snitched on the rest of them. That's how they got caught. She was the only remaining counselor, and there were no other counselors for my senior class because they were changing grades for people. Couldn't have helped, bro. Y'all couldn't have held off. I didn't need any grades changed, but if they could have just said I passed my math class, I wouldn't have had to go to school at all senior year. But that's how that's how it goes. Okay, last thing we gonna talk about. We had a one gotta go, and I asked you because you don't strike me as the type who eats this type of food. But when I said it, you was like, I do though. So I was like, all right. So let's talk about it. One gotta go. Wish I was more prepared for that. Sorry. Damn. What did I say it was?
KFC.
KFC. Well, there was like specific things, but yeah, KFC, Chick-fil-A, Popeyes. Oh, the last thing was the Wendy's 4 for $4, but I don't feel like that stacks up to the other ones. So let's say Ezell's or Albertsons chicken. Okay, KFC, Albertsons chicken, Popeyes, or Chick-fil-A. One gotta go.
Chick-fil-A.
What? You're crazy.
Well, somebody gotta be.
You are crazy. Chick-fil-A, have you had their waffle fries?
Look, I just don't like it.
Yo, I'm not sure how, but I feel like this is some racist shit you talking, man. I don't know. Chick-fil-A is good. Chick-fil-A sauce? What?
I don't eat sauce.
How are you? First of all, the only reason we eat food is so we can have sauce. That's a fact. Okay?
Who is this? This is not my son.
Wait a minute, but you're telling me that Popeye's crispy ass chicken that'll cut your gums up can stay, but Chick-fil-A gotta go?
Yeah.
What? Oh, all right. That's how you feel. Why? Oh yeah, because you just don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, they're fake and they're being fake Christians.
Now we get to the root of it. Now it ain't about the chicken. No, it ain't about the fries. It ain't about the sauce. It's about God. But God ate. I don't know if God ate. That's a question I'm going to have to ask God when I get there. But he made the chicken. I don't care. And, it is messed up that only time I really crave Chick-fil-A is on Sundays. That's trash. But it's still good. But no, you fighting the power.
Look, I didn't say it wasn't okay. I mean,
I didn't say it was okay either. I said it was good. Why you have to do me like this?
You know what? There's only one good chicken.
Only one? Okay, what is that?
Albertsons.
That's why I threw it on the list, because I knew you liked Albertsons. And Albertsons is good. I ain't gonna front. And I'd let it stay too, but Chick-fil-A shall not go. It's too delicious, and I don't like your whole approach on it.
And KFC is fake, but it's still okay. It's still better than
You know what? KFC is all the way trash except for their original recipe.
Well, if they had original
that's the
chicken
only thing that
with the honey, oh man, I mean but they don't have that.
You know what they did, KFC. So they have a thing that comes every now and then. Because I remember going there one time, and it was a honey sesame chicken breast. And that shit slaps. Just like that dude we saw slap the dude on the video. Slap that hard. That's how good it was. But they don't have it no more, so.
I don't want no honey on my chicken anyway.
You just said you wanted honey.
On the biscuit.
Oh. We was finna have a whole bigger problem. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I think we're going to call that an episode. We got some other things to shoot. So thank you guys for joining us. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the Say It Loud podcast channel because this is under that umbrella. And we'll check y'all later. Holla.
Peace.
To the Middle East and everywhere else. All right. Good shot. Good show. Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey, clear. Yeah.
What about churches?
You know what? I'm going to be honest. I've only had church's chicken one time.
Man. What are you?
I didn't say when was the last time you was there.
Well, see, but that's the point between
all these chickens.
When you talk about one gotta go, we want it to be a problem. Like one's gotta go, we gotta think. You put churches. If I ain't had it, church can go. Conversation over. So we gotta, what's something we all like. All right, let me export and save this really quick.